Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name.
Hi, thanks for tuning in to our daily inspiration again. As always, thank you so much for taking a little bit of your time to be here with us, and hopefully all of you will be edified by what we have put together in this video for you. And this is going to be another short video, and I really want to share this one with you this time because it is something we can all reflect upon together. If you like to listen to the whole thing in full, as always, there's a link to the full video in the description box below.
So I tell people when you're going around, or even on vacation, right? You can pick and choose what church you go to on vacation. There could be several options. I had for two couples going to Vegas, and they actually asked me, "Can you dispense us from Sunday obligation?" I said, "Why?" "We're going to Vegas for a convention." I said, "I'm pretty sure they have churches in Vegas." And I looked it up. They had, I think, 3 right there on the strip. I said, "No, I'm not going to dispense you." And the issue was a little more detailed than that. They were actually flying Sunday morning, so they said we couldn't get to Mass on Sunday. I said, "You can go to Mass on Saturday night, though." So, but yeah, you can pick your church. So here's some of the things to look for. If you don't know the parish, look at the bulletin. Look at the bulletin. See what's important to this parish, because that's what they put in their bulletin. Look at Mass schedule. Do they have Mass every day? A good church will have Mass every day, even if there's just one priest. Now, in Tennessee, we have some parishes that have one priest for 3 parishes. So he can't do Mass every day at all 3 parishes because that's it goes against the canon laws of the church. The priest can only supposed to celebrate 1 Mass a day. He has a dispensation from his bishop to do 2 when necessary and 3 on Sunday if necessary, but that's the limit. So in that case, there's no fault to the priest. But if you look at the bulletin and it has, let's say there's 2 priests living there or 3, and they don't have Mass every day, there's something wrong there. There is something wrong there. So I would say that's not the best place to go. If they only have confession 30 minutes a week, not good. Not a good sign. If they don't have Eucharistic adoration at all, also not a good sign. So these are the things you can look for. And then you want to look at, what are they promoting? You want to look at, for example, are they promoting, did they, promote praying the rosary as a family? All these little things you can look for and go, wow, that looks like that's a good parish. Now, maybe they're promoting a yoga class in the parish. Stay away from that church because they're mingling pagan practices into the church, which is never good.
And just one last clip of Father Reehil that I'd like to share here is where he talks about our vocation. This is something I've struggled for some time before, and I think for anyone else who might be struggling with the same issue, I hope you'll find this helpful.
God's will for our lives is going to mirror what Jesus, how he lived his life. So, of course, not literally in the call of your vocation, Jesus was the high priest. There's only one high priest. I participate in that priesthood as an ordained priest, but that could be a vocation for somebody, but somebody else could be called to marriage. Somebody else could be called to a single life. But I think we must always remember that our finite minds cannot fully comprehend our infinite God. Okay, that's the first thing. The fact that God is aware of everything that's happening on the whole universe at this very moment, but also at every other moment in time, at the same moment, he knows it all. It's too big for us to comprehend. But that's the God we have. And it's okay that because of faith, we can still trust that this God is going to take care of us, even though we can't comprehend who he fully is. He has revealed enough of himself for us to know who he is, because that's what he wanted to reveal through the scriptures and through his son's actually coming down in the flesh. But faith is not needed for what we can see, touch, and understand. So faith, which is so important to God, faith is confident assurance concerning things we hope for and conviction about things we cannot see. And the Bible tells us, Jesus tells us, it is impossible to please God without faith, right? So part of the walk is going to be mystery. You have to be comfortable with mystery. If you're not comfortable with mystery, you're going to be an uncomfortable Catholic your whole life, because part of our identity as Catholics is rooted in mystery. And even in our own lives, there's mystery about what path we will take. What I always say is take the next right step and then wait for the Lord to open the next door. You know, that's what I did with my own vocation. My vocation took 12 years to get ordained. Most guys take 4 to 6. So there was a lot of weeding out of bad habits and corrupt formation that had to happen for me more than most. But that was the path, you know, and every part of that path was necessary and formative for me to become the man I am today. So don't shun the walk. You know, sometimes we're so concerned with the goal that we think the journey to get to the goal is not important. It's critically important because along that journey is life. And we need to be living life every day with the hopeful anticipation of heaven and that God will make me a saint. And also with his grace that he will use me, he will use you to draw many people back to God and home to heaven. And isn't that exciting? There can be no greater vocation in the world than that. And that is every Christian's vocation.
Well then, that will be all for the video this time. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us. And hopefully all of you have learned so much from this video. And remember, if ever you have any feedback or suggestion, please let us know in the comments below. And until the next one, thanks again for watching and may God bless you.